Charlie, we've had some events going on over the past 5 days or so, which just friendly reminder to everyone that this is a live feed episode. Nothing really out of the ordinary going on with us today. I wore this to school today to teach the kids. Weird looks.
Hey, man. That's what you got to do.
But, all right, there we go. Jesus. Also, I'm really sunburnt because I played basketball the other day. That mask is a little tight. So,
nothing wrong, a little sunburn.
All right, so let's talk some feeds. It's been kind of paint by numbers a little bit.
I'd say so.
Hume says I'm still waiting for my bar of soap. Yeah, that's true. Actually, we went over 700. I gotta think about that. That would be so funny, dude. For 1,000, though, seriously, I'll give away 2 masks at 1,000, but that's a little ways off. Tell all your friends. So, okay, where do we start? So Alex won HOH, which we saw on the live episode.
Yep.
And we knew it was going to happen. We knew Cody was going to be the target. On Sunday's episode, as a recap, we saw that, which Sunday's episode actually takes place Friday. It takes place the day after HOH. It's right away. So on Friday, Alex puts up, Matt ends up losing the Temptation Challenge. So Matt is an automatic 3rd nominee. And then
Matt, the team player.
Right, the team player.
Team player Matt.
What a guy. And then Alex, I shouldn't say Alex comes up with the plan. Paul comes up with the plan. Paul's HOH. He comes up with the plan where he was like, we got to backdoor Cody. He'll win. First things first, why is the whole house so scared of Cody?
They're terrified of him because Paul's terrified of him. And when Paul says Paul, it happens. And Paul knows that Cody knows his game, and Cody's gunning for him. So, therefore, he's got to let everyone know.
Hello, Brianna. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, Paul knows that Cody's the last one standing his way. And what was the quote that you sent me? Was it Alex? No, it was Jason that was saying, yeah, if we get Cody out, then that's guaranteed Paul Final 5.
Yeah, that was Matt talking to Raven in private.
Yeah.
My God.
He's literally just playing for – he wants Paul to get Final 5 so bad.
I say that's the quote that describes the season right there. That's the best way to describe it, is a quote like that. Matt talking to Raven saying, this is good. Now Paul won't get nominated until at least Final 5.
Yep. Why is that good? Paul's won more comps than anybody else, right? Paul has, or at least, he's up there. He's won some competitions. He's run the entire game so far. Everyone's going to vote for him to win. And Alex said 3 weeks ago that everyone's just playing for 50,000, and yet she is making no effort to get him out when it's her HOH. She just decides to just go after Cody. So basically, she puts up Mark. Mark ended up winning the Temptation Challenge, so Mark could be nominated. Her original plan was to nominate Mark and Elena, and then she ends up putting up Elena and Jason to try to prove some loyalty or whatever. Basically, she wanted to put Matt and Raven at ease.
That's another thing. When asking about it, Jason said, "No, I think it's better if I go on the block instead of Paul. We don't want them flipping on the bastard." What?
Why not?
Want them to flip on you? God.
Why is it so wrong to get Paul out of the house? Do you think? I hate to say it, but do you think, because the people in the house, they have no idea what the beat of America is right now. Do you think that since Paul was so loved last year, that they think America will hate them if they turn on Paul?
I think it's possible. I really do. And until someone goes out and it's a field of booze, they're not going to change. And they really haven't had the booze since Christine.
Yeah.
So
out of all the people in the house right now, actually, I know the answer. But I was going to say, who do you think is the one that will definitely get booed?
I would say either Alex or Josh.
It's got to be Josh.
Yeah. I mean, Raven could too, depending on how much this story gets out, because she is the lowest on all the fan polls.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I don't know. until someone goes out and there's a field of booze, they're not going to care. They're going to keep thinking. Raven literally still thinks she's America's sweetheart.
Yeah, Fume. And what's so interesting? Also, welcome Jacob and welcome Lisa to the chat. But one thing that was weird was that Alex was like, "I'll put up Paul or Jason or whatever," and Paul was literally like, "Yeah, I'll go on the block," and they still didn't put him on the block. It's so weird that like he's even volunteering now to go on the block, and people are still like, "No, we got to protect him." It's like everyone in the house believes that. It's like they like to be minions. It's not that they are minions and that they're clueless. It's that they all know that they're minions and they're fine with giving Paul $500,000. And that's what's weird.
It doesn't add up, and it sucks. It really does.
Lisa said, "Do you guys know why Elena is so pissed?" Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we got a little list we're gonna go by. Right now, we're just getting to it.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, Jason and Elena are on the block along with Matt, and the plan is to backdoor Cody since they still have enough numbers in the house to where there's a good chance Cody won't get picked for veto, which he doesn't get picked for veto, and Matt ends up winning, which is interesting because usually you always bring yourself off the block no matter what. But if Matt would have taken himself off the block since he was the third nominee, there's no replacement nominee. So Matt ends up using the POV on Jason, and Alex nominates Cody as a replacement nominee, and now we're just waiting for Thursday.
Yeah, and what's interesting about this is after she wins veto, something that goes down is Cody makes a pitch to Alex, and it's a very good one. He says, punish Matt for doing this, for being this stupid. Not using it on himself. He takes Jason off. You put up Raven. How good would that have been? Gameplay, it makes sense because now they got Cody with them, right?
All of a sudden, Alex becomes the second favorite person in the house for America after Cody, because Kevin has been sliding a little bit. We'll talk about that too. But if Alex were to do that, and you have Matt, Elena, and Raven on the block, maybe the three people, those are three people that America's just like, get them out of the house.
Yeah, they don't care for them at all. Real quick, I saw a question. It says, "Who are you rooting for right now?" I'm rooting for someone to change the game. I don't have a favorite.
I just want something different. I just hate because we can already see how it's going to go. The whole house is going to gang up on different people every week and slowly just cut someone out until Paul wins the game. So this week, the plan is to get Cody out. Next week, the plan will be to get either Mark or Elena out, and then they'll get the other one out the week after that. And then the week after that, they'll get rid of Matt. And then the week after that, they'll get rid of Raven. And then Christmas.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're down to, Paul. Actually, they might get rid of Kevin before Matt.
Yeah. Now Kevin might be sliding.
They'll get rid of Kevin before Matt and Raven. But still, it feels so obvious. I tweeted out that I never thought I'd see the day where Big Brother was more predictable than WWE, but it is.
Oh yeah, it's been that. Well, welcome to the show, Kat. What's up, Downsy? And I just lost my point. My train of thought.
Choo choo.
Dude, it was something. It was something about Matt, I think. Maybe not.
You're the only one that can answer that question, bro. You're in your head. You cut me off. I'll go to the next topic. You cut me off if you think of it. So as far as gameplay, Cody's going home Thursday. There's no way we had a big fight today, which we'll get to. That'll be the last thing we talk to. But it sealed Cody's fate.
So, I remembered it.
Go ahead.
It was when we were talking about getting down to the numbers. Christmas. If you take her to the final three, she physically cannot play in those last two HOHs. You are guaranteed an HOH win in the final three.
I hope Christmas wins.
She physically cannot win those last two. They are both physical. They're not. They said they're not alternating competitions. So why not take Christmas to the final three? You will win. You have a shot at the last HOH guaranteed if you take her to the final three. Think about that. They've always been two physical competitions. One's usually an endurance, and one's a physical plus mental. But you got to move around to do it.
They always do endurance first. Whoever wins the endurance competition next, Then there's a physical challenge between the two people that didn't win. And then the winner of that goes on in a mental comp. And that's the last one. It's usually some sort of puzzle.
Yeah.
So
she's not going to be running around unless they let her roll on her scooter. And even then, you're still going to beat her because she can't turn.
Dude.
Think about it.
Come on, bro.
If you're a strategist in that house right now,
you're making fun of her turning radius?
Dude, it was bad. Oh. Honestly, how has the scooter been thrown in the pool? If Mark's a G, he should do that.
If Raven wins HOH, she'll ask for a hospice room with a nurse. Damn, dude.
Dude, oh my God, what was the story this week? Oh, it was bad. Oh, she chipped her tooth.
Okay.
Now she can't talk correctly. And dude, every week there's something new. And she cut her finger so bad, she was like, I might need stitches.
Welcome to the world where people grow up with participation trophies. You think she has any actual dance trophies, or you think they're all participation trophies?
With those dance videos, I don't know, man. I don't dance, but I feel like I can know a good dance. Yeah, broke his arm. Yeah, exactly.
I got to start teaching some dance. I'm teaching a piece to my show choir called Disco Divas. How does that sound, Charlie?
That sounds – you probably can teach it better than Raven can, and she owns 2 dance studios.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Let's before we go to the next topic. All right. It's Paul's show. Just can't anymore. Agreed. Did you see when they got mad about Kevin and when they realized it was wrong, but they say, let's just go with it? They did that with the fight last week against Cody and Jessica. There were like 4 people that were like, Matt, who was it? Matt, Kevin, Mark, and like a couple at Christmas, a little bit. They were like, man, maybe we're going a little too far. And yet they still just did it. It's this pack mentality. These people are batshit crazy. Cody, Mark, and Elena have some serious restraint, Javi says. That's why Cody's probably going to like win America's favorite player, because of the restraint that he's showed.
I would have never thought that first week we'd be sitting here right now in the jury process, and Cody is number 1 on the fan sites.
Hell no.
Did you ever think that?
Everyone hated the guy.
They hated him. He was so stoic. They just didn't understand. He just, and they, I would have never saw it ever. It's crazy. Peter Brown makes some good points on him. But what do you think? What's next?
It's just so weird. All right, so let's talk about let's talk about the announcement that the double eviction next week. So next Thursday is a double eviction. They have announced that we're going to have the double eviction, and then right after the episode, usually we get a lot of fallout from double eviction, and it's crazy. Feeds are going to be off for 24 hours. What do you think about that? Because people pay for feeds,
Especially if something changes. If Mark or Elena win and they put up Alex and Paul, we will not see that back. We will not see what happens after, the aftermath. Which by far is the biggest move in the game, and I'm happy that they're thinking that it is. Because they literally told each other, no matter what, if we win, Alex and Paul.
Yep.
And we're losing the feeds for 24 hours for who knows what. Last year it was a concert.
There is still potential for Mark, Elena, Kevin,
absolutely now.
And Jason. If Jason can break off from Alex, those 4 can actually go do something.
I wish I feel like more than Jason, maybe Matt, but he doesn't give you any hope. I want to have hope in Matt to do something, because he's been playing this loyalty game that if someone puts a little too much trust in him, that's when he's like, nope, boom. You know
That's
what I mean?
another thing to talk about. Remember how much we liked Matt before the season, because he's talking about running around naked in like a Planet Hollywood.
He's so funny. He seemed like he was going to be great, but he's just such a sheep and a sideshow piece. Like it's.
Brianna says the jury scenes are going to be crazy with Cody. Well, Christmas has already volunteered to go to jury with Cody so that she can make his life miserable. She's already like basically volunteered to get evicted just so she can go yell at Cody in jury. So
honestly, what if we do end up with like a Raven, Christmas, and Josh final 3? I really think that if the double eviction goes as planned and Elena and Mark walk out the door, dude, we're gonna have a bad winner. Paul's not gonna win. He's not gonna get there.
I feel like Matt is more likely to go to the end than Raven because Raven has still pissed some people off. I really
if Matt wins, it's going to epitomize the strategy that.
I'm sorry. I can see Matt. I'm going to say right now, like Matt, Christmas, and Jason, and they're going to cut Jason. Final three. They're going to cut.
Oh my god.
Like Matt is gonna somehow beat Jason in that final HOH competition and cut him and beat a gimpy Christmas in the final vote.
If Matt wins this season, what does that say for the future seasons? When they watch next year, when the recruits watch this season only, is that going to be the plan? Are people from now on going to be not using the veto on themselves to prove loyalty? That's rough. I saw something by Melissa here. She said, I don't see Jason breaking off unless Alex is voted out at double eviction over Paul. Great.
Agreed. It's one of those things. It's like a lot of us wanted Cody to be out before Jessica because Jessica at least had an ability to play the game without him. Cody, not so much. Jason could definitely play the game without Alex. Not the other way around. Alex is going to be Paul's puppy no matter what. So
she's I preseason did not like her. At first couple weeks, I was like, maybe I can get behind her. But now that she's just become a straight sheep, and she just.
I think that's why people don't like Alex because she seemed like such a strong candidate for people to be like, dude, hell yeah. What was this? She told Cody to eat shit.
Yes, and that was oh my god.
With all due respect, Cody, eat shit. Whoa.
And now in that same episode, like 10 minutes before, there was a scene when Josh took the apple, and Cody's like, "Out of my way, loser." Now that seems like the best one.
I know, like it's so good.
Out of my way, loser.
Dude, POD is coming to Orlando. You want to go, Charlie? Thursday, September 14th at House of Blues. Want to get us tickets?
What is POD?
Dude, come on.
I don't think I know.
POD are legends. They sing that one song, We Are.
Oh, true.
Nation, we are. That song's awesome.
Did you see when Mark was telling Matt a plan and Matt was like, I don't care what happens. I already made jury. Yeah, that's what he's been telling people. I hope to see him come in the diary room one day and be like, now they all are part of my plan.
Evil Dick has been tweeting. If you guys don't follow Evil Dick on Twitter, do it. He's hilarious.
Yeah,
because all he does is he's just like, he posts these quotes. Basically, people share quotes with him. They'll be like, hey, Evil Dick, what do you think about this? And he'll quote it and be like, what a complete moron, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because all of a sudden, I know for a fact, Matt, Christmas, Alex, Elena, and I'm sure there's more, have all said that, like, that was their goal, was to get to jury.
Dude, did you see the scene on Sunday when they all started hugging? You made jury? We made it!
We made jury, guys! And Cody just walks off.
That's why Cody,
so weird.
Abby says Alex is definitely the biggest disappointment of the season.
Sherry, don't make fun of my singing voice.
I think I think she means it like Big Brother, like how they come over the microphone.
Hold on, man. I gotta rub it in. I gotta rub it in Sherry's face. Hold on. Let me sing a song. What am I singing, Charlie?
I don't know. Hold on. Alex definitely the biggest disappointment of the season, says Abby, and I think she is up there with Christmas because. How many people preseason thought Christmas would be like this alpha female and take in charge? Even with her leg broke, she could still be leading the pack, but she's on the side and she's become a sheep. Me.
Here we go, all right.
She wrote, wasn't making fun, I was being production. I have no idea what's happening.
This one's for the ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Che la gloria d'adorarvi, voglio amarvi, o lucicare. Che la gloria d'adorarvi, voglio amarvi, o luccicare. I don't sing the whole thing.
Look, my spot's been taken, bro. Look what you did. What did you do? What did you do? Olaf steals the show.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah, what the hell just happened?
Okay. Okay, anyway. Let's talk about the cereal fight today. That was a big thing that happened.
All right.
So Cody has been trying to mend fences with Alex all week.
Wait. Oh, I just remembered now.
What?
We got to talk about the Mark thing first. It ties into it.
Oh, you're right. Go ahead.
Pillows. It's pillows and cereal.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you read on this?
Okay. Mark. Okay. So Mark comes in one night and realizes that he doesn't have a pillow on his bed, or he wants one more. So he asks Paul, who was sleeping in the bed across from him, if he could borrow a pillow, if he could get a pillow from his bed. Paul's like, sure, whatever. It ended up not being Paul's pillow. It's so stupid. Whose pillow was it? Alex?
Yeah. Mark was drunk. People, he was drunk.
Yeah.
He went to Outback and was drunk.
So Mark was like, yeah, can I borrow a pillow? Paul's like, whatever. So he takes the pillow, which ends up being Alex's pillow, and he sleeps. The next day, Alex raises all hell for stealing pillows.
Dude, her voice is
She's screaming. She gets pissed, and she goes up to Christmas and starts complaining that, Mark just takes everything he wants and he never, he's so selfish. So Christmas goes on a damn rampage. And
you're so mean.
Like, all she did was basically, I hate this. So many people in this house have this problem, but Christmas especially. She talks to grown adults like they're children. And I hate that. Dude, like, this is a grown-ass man. And she's like, now, Mark, you can't be taking other people's stuff and not doing that. Like, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, you need to do better and stuff like that. It's like, stop trying to lecture me. Like, oh, God, I would not last in this house. Look, I would win Big Brother in any other season, but I would have already been self-evicted. I would have been evicted from punching Josh in the face with the pots and pans. Just like that.
Fucking doink.
I would have taken it and slapped him upside the head with the pot first.
Okay, Christmas would come in. Now, kids, violence is not the answer. I'm not. You know what? To get Christmas back, you throw a scooter in the pool. Am I right? Can that happen? Would Mark not be the GOAT if that happened?
Abby said it's very sad the biggest fights this season were about cat ears, pillows, and cereal.
That describes Alex's game in a nutshell right there.
That is very, very accurate. So Alex and Christmas rage at Mark, and this starts a downward spiral of like 3 straight days of torturing Mark. Because I can't, you know what, I'm just going to say, this house, I think the people in this house get bored too easily, and they just resort to bullying people. That's just like their go-to thing. It's like, instead of going out and playing pool or like just hanging out in the living room telling stories, their go-to is, let's find someone to bully today.
They're like, screw it, there's those 3 people here. You know what it's time to do? It's Elena's turn. Time to attack.
Let's go start shit. Why not?
Yeah.
I hate when she called Mark Kitty Boo Boo. Yep. I know. It's talking down to him. I hate that.
I wanted to say something about Mark. Real quick.
I got something to say.
Exactly. And Matt eating 30 bowls of cereal and 50 showers. Yeah. Cody has one, and yeah, that's the next fight. We'll get into it. But
I love how they mentioned that on the episode. How all Matt does is shower. The dude literally showers like 3, 4, 5 times a day.
He does. He really does. With Mark, I can't help but feel for the guy, man. He's at least trying to play the game in the sense of a floater game where he's floating from the power to power. And Josh says it's flip-flopping, which it is. He's just calling out his game. And it's He's at least trying. He's not a sheep. I'm giving him credit for that. And then the whole Elena thing has to be awkward because you can tell Mark really likes her and he's insecure and he's always asking her, "Oh, do you like my muscles? Like, do you like my body?" He's always asking her weird stuff like, "Will I see you in Dallas after this?" And she's always giving him this cold shoulder.
Yeah, he's insecure about it. He's like, because I'm kind of the same way. Whereas, like, I always try to look for that confirmation that people, are appreciating what I'm doing or they care about me in some way. And Mark's like that. So in Mark's head, all he's thinking all day is like, no one here actually likes me. They're all just pretending to like me. Elena doesn't like me. The only one here that I'm pretty sure actually genuinely likes me is Cody. And the whole house has told me that if I talk to him, not even don't talk game, like literally just you're not allowed to talk to him at all. Like, and Mark's too good of a guy to do that, for one.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark, I mean, we saw when like they had the stuff with Christmas before, which go figure that now Christmas is just destroying Mark when he was the only one to come up to her and apologize for giving her the cold shoulder after. This is referencing when she came back in the house and everyone kind of gave her the cold shoulder. But
yeah.
So Mark is that type of guy. Like, yeah, Cody's like, he's an independent guy. Like, he'd be fine on his own. But Mark is still that kind of guy where it's like, you know what, dude? He's been sitting in there for 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours all alone, just doing nothing. I'm going to go say hi to the guy. And the second he does that, people are like, wow, what a backstabber. He's jumping ship. I hate that. So now Mark's just crushed.
It's because it comes down to this. Paul has put it in their mind, just like he's doing with Kevin now. He plants the seeds, and then he starts talking shit about them with them all to get them comfortable. And they start, and then they're like, you know what, you're right. He has been sneaky, and so on and so forth. That's a big part of Paul's game. And he's like, as soon as he saw that happen, he's like, hey, did you see that? He's with Cody. And Christmas tried to call him out, and then Mark destroyed her on Sunday's episode. They even kind of gave Mark the proper edit for that because Christmas was just trying to start shit. He shut it down quick.
Yeah. A couple things. David says Elena's right. Christmas always has to state and show her dominance. Yep.
She talks down to adults.
It's just terrible. So that was one of the fights that we had. It was in the middle of the night, so it wasn't really much as far as like yelling, because they couldn't really yell. So the next night, this is after the pillow night, Mark is just kind of in there, like, I think he's like folding clothes or something. He's just standing next to the bed, and Alex is sleeping in the bed behind him, and you guys can go watch this probably on YouTube or something. Josh comes in, and he's like, hey, just so you know, I'm sleeping in that bed tonight. And Mark's like,
yeah, I'm sleeping with Elena.
Yeah, he goes, I'm sleeping with Elena tonight. And Mark's like, no, you're not. And Josh is like, yeah, I am. Like, get your stuff, get out. And Mark's like, no, I'm effing not. And then Josh goes on, like, and Josh goes, he's like, you shouldn't be cussing. He's like, hey man, there's no need to cuss. And then Josh goes on like a 5-minute rant of nothing but cuss words about how much he hates Mark and how Elena doesn't actually like him and blah, 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 and how he's going to sleep there instead. And so
Mark had a really good one-liner. He was like, are you that desperate to sleep with a girl? Dude, that destroyed Josh. It's like, Josh takes...
he cried in the DR. We're going to see it.
I don't want this to be personal. But he takes everything personal. Everything he has ever done in this game has been personal. I don't care about personal. I'm not one of those people. But he's such a hypocrite about it. Who cares? Like, if you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm not the guy that's taking it personal," but all he does is call Mark some Amazon, like what do you call him? He's like, you're an Amazon personality. Like, he just constantly attacks him. Like,
he attacks people. So someone says, I think Josh has the hots from Mark. Dude, actually, I've seen that on Twitter on more than one occasion.
Welcome, April.
It's just very, very odd. Josh is a weird character. So then the other big fight And then we have one more thing after this. But the other big fight was the big cereal fight of the summer. What's a summer without a cereal fight, right, Charlie?
I know. It's
so Cody's been mending fences with Alex, and they've been talking, not necessarily game because Cody knows he's going home, but he was trying to make one last ditch effort to be like, Alex, after the veto happened, he was like, what if, the veto just didn't get used, or what if he used it on himself? And, I didn't have to go up on the block. And so they've been building some camaraderie. Well, today, Alex in her HOH gift basket got some cereal. I don't even know what kind of cereal it was. She got some cereal in her basket, and Cody liked that cereal, so he was like, "Hey, could I have a bowl of cereal?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." And Cody proceeds to eat the entire box of cereal.
Yeah.
And everyone on Twitter was like, "You sure Matt didn't get in on that?"
He probably did, man. The guy eats 20 bags. Yeah.
So it was, God. And I mean, let's be honest, we're kind of hypocritical. I mean, Cody was in the wrong, but at the same time, it's just stupid to get angry over.
Exactly. He's like, "Can I just enjoy my cereal?" And then Alex is just screaming at him. "All you do is lie." When she screams, her voice is so cringy, dude. And she's just, "All you do is lie." And then, because Cody told Kevin he has a daughter, and Kevin went and told everyone else, and Jason's like, "Oh, what a piece of shit." Jason's been he's been just getting a little nasty.
Yeah.
But, of course, Alex knows, and she goes, "So do you even have a daughter? Or is that another lie, too? What would your daughter think about you doing this?" It's like, do you want to get hit?
I'm still of the impression don't bring anyone's kid or family into it. No matter how
There's no need
hard I was playing the game, I would never drop that line of like, what would your daughter think of this? People did that. See, what season was Devin in? Which one was that? 16. So the same thing happened with him. Like, everyone was like, "Oh, Devin's like a piece of crap," and he really was. He treated people like crap. But then the week when Devin was going to go home, everyone was like, "Yeah, you can go home and just go back to your daughter. Go see what you've been teaching your daughter." No matter how low people go, like, don't bring in people's kids or family. Like, I would not do that.
And Devin was just, he just was kind of an idiot.
He's just kind of a whack job.
Doing like personal attacks. That guy just didn't know what he just couldn't stop lying.
He was weird, man. He fell in love with Brittany in like 2 days.
Oh, God, that's right. So this is all happening. They're all screaming back and forth. Cody just is like, "I'm done." He washes his bowl out and leaves.
Melissa says, besides Paul, who deserves to win? Jason, if he gets his head out of his ass. Kevin deserves to win.
The person to take the shot.
Yeah, the person who takes
that, who knows?
Automatically gets in there. Someone could pull a Steve. I mean, hell, if we get to Final 3 and it's Matt, Christmas, and Paul, and Matt has the balls to cut Paul, shit, give him the 500. Give him the 500K.
Might as well. So then this broke out into Elena versus Josh, and Elena just screaming at him, which is great to see. Josh is probably crying about it as we speak. And, that's the other thing. He also, thank you, Kat. Cody also told Kevin about his brother passing away. And Kevin used that against him, too. He's like, "I think he only said it because he knows my brother passed away." And Jason's like, "Jason, just all that lying, dick."
Yep.
Why?
Oh, yeah. And yeah, Frosty also says, what about Christmas revealing the fact that she hoards food like cereal? Yeah, it's a little weird. I saw that on Twitter. I was like, what? But yeah, she pretty much just like stashes the food that she likes. It's really weird, man.
Yeah.
But, God, yeah. It's just weird. On Twitter, Jess said she possessed Elena's body during that fight. Good. Sherry says, and he told him in confidence, and Kevin told everyone. Yep. So that's what I mean. We all liked Kevin, but his fan points are going to take a hit after doing that. Once again, someone confides in you with something like that, you just
Hey, you have people come back. Oh, but Cody's lied about stuff before. If Cody told Kevin, I don't know. There's still no reason.
The only one that he told, I don't know. Like,
thing is, Mark and Elena know about him.
What's the point of lying about having a daughter?
Exactly. He's going home anyway.
Just a kid anyway.
He just wanted to connect with Kevin. And now that got out, he knows Kevin told everyone. So,
It's like people and people in the house seem to think that Cody is exiling himself, that him and Jessica are exiling themselves. Look, Cody messed up week 1. But since then, every single time him and Jessica have thought that they've started getting closer to other people, they get screwed over. And you saw it on the exit interview with Julie and Jessica. It's like Jessica was like, how many more times am I going to just try trusting people and get screwed over and just look like an idiot again on national television? So Cody at this point, he probably, today's Tuesday, he probably won't really be doing much talking to anyone tomorrow and Thursday. And then the rest of the house is going to be like, yeah, he's such a jerk. He didn't even try talking to us those last 2 days. Well, look what trying to talk to people happens. He tries to talk to one person, the one guy who seemed to be like a decent human being in the house, in Kevin. Mm-hmm. And all he did was just confide in him for 30 minutes and just have a good conversation with him, and then it comes back to bite him. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, I got a post I want to bring up real quick. It has to do with this. It was during this fight.
Jacob, it's been confirmed there is no jury buyback or battle back or anything.
Yeah, I think because there's a chance Cody could win it, and they don't want another three-peat like Victor. I think they want to keep that a one-time thing. And they have so many people left in the house. There's only 30-something days left. But so after that, after Cody left, that's when Paul started talking, and he started getting all loud because Paul wouldn't say it to his face. Because, I don't know. I think it's to protect his game. Or he could just be a weenie. Who knows? But when he left, there's a quote from Paul that says, "Who are you? It's terrifying. I have lived with an individual for this many days and cannot tell you one fact about him." Evil Dick quoted the tweet. He said, "Dear douchebag, you have used every single thing you know about his personal life against him, trying to trigger him. Fuck you, Paul." And Evil Dick was he said he did a really good blog about Paul this season and just kind of everything. So if you want to see that, just go on his Twitter, like we were talking about before. You'll find the link to it and everything.
I mean, my opinion on everything, on the whole house, other than, Cody and Mark, really, and Elena to some sorts. Elena usually tries to stay out of it. Everyone all they do is they sit around all day and they just stock up ammo. It's like they're sitting there just reloading their guns, just saying, all right, so we could use this against him. And we, if today they're thinking of going after Cody, it's like they sit back and they think, all right, we could use this against Cody and this against Cody and this against Cody. And once they have like 10 things stacked up, they'd be like, dude, let's just hit him all at once.
Let's all sit there in a circle and just spew, which is the same exact thing they did before.
They just talk crap about him and come up with ideas of what they could use against him in an argument. And then they're like, well, we know we're going to get in an argument. That was their thing with Jessica. They said, oh, we're just trying to gather information so when Jessica tries fighting with us again, we'll have something to attack her with. That's not what happens. They are always antagonizing the fights, except for the one time Jessica did the spelling thing with Josh.
And it's like, at that point, she knows she's going home. She doesn't care. She hates Josh. She's just trying to get under his skin a little. And Josh is so upset that everyone thinks he's dumb. It destroys him inside. Because he's like, I'm 23. I have a college degree. That's all he says every day. He got some air thing.
That get through with a college degree and still don't know anything.
He always that's all he says.
That's not saying that college degrees aren't worth anything. I have a college degree, but I graduated with people that, as far as the common sense world, have no idea what's going on. They have no clue what the real world is like. I think that's how Josh is. He's sheltered. I think he probably gets babied by his family because all he does is talk about his family. He gets babied by his family. He has his business, but there's no way he's completely the way he makes it seem is he does everything in the business. He runs his whole business. He does this. I could say that I'm running a business when my business is I don't know, something stupid. I could go walk. I could go squeegee some dude's windshield out front and be like, yeah, I got my own business. I charge that guy a quarter.
It's true. Oh God. Tim's is right up there. He says, and Paul feeds them the ammo. He does. Paul, a big part of Paul's game, and we saw it last year, was when it's like a group, kind of, they're all getting upset about someone. Paul really jumps in and hammers it, and that's what got him in with Paulie last year, and that's how they started becoming boys.
Yeah, I mean, people sit around, and all these people are like, God, I hate Mark. I hate what Mark's been doing before. And Paul's like, yeah, you remember that time he did that? And they're like, oh, yeah, that really made me angry. Yeah, and what about that other time where he did that other thing? And they'll be like, yeah, screw that guy. And then Paul just gets them all fired up, going down to yell at Mark. And he doesn't necessarily tell them, oh, let's all go down and yell at Mark. But he makes them angrier and angrier at Mark. That way, when one confrontation happens, the whole house will just gang up on him, and then no one will feel bad because everyone's doing it. It's like, whatever.
Something about Josh is he always says, oh, man, Mark's just such a bully. If we're keeping track, Mark's done one thing to him. Meanwhile, before that, they don't show it, but Josh was just being such a dick to him. And then the pool game just apparently tipped Mark over the edge, so he threw a drink in his face. And Mark, he apologized right after, and Josh he threw the ketchup back and all that crap, and he's like, all right, so we're good. And then Josh just to this day keeps attacking and attacking. And then after he's done just doing personal insults at Mark for 10 minutes, he's like, man, I had to let that bully know. And then he cries about it. I have no respect for that.
Well, that's what happens. Josh will just berate him and berate him and berate him. And then all of a sudden, Mark will deliver, like we said, that one line, wow, are you that desperate to sleep with a woman? And all of a sudden, he'll run crying into his little corner and play the victim, boo-hoo.
That upset him victim noises. Yesterday. He's like, what do you mean?
If I get on Big Brother next season, I'm bringing back the term victim noises.
Dude, they tried to say, Alex is like, are you trying to play the victim today? And he's like, I'm certainly no damn victim. And he's got up, and that's when he started washing the bowl of cereal.
He should have done that. He should have stared at Josh while he was saying it. Yeah, I ain't no victim.
Dude, when he said victim noises, that was the greatest thing that's ever.
Because he just stared cold into his eyes and was like, all you do is sit here and make your victim noises all day. Go be a victim somewhere else. And Josh is like,
it crushed him on the inside. Hey guys, if you like Josh, tell us why.
Yeah, no, that's completely fine. A lot of people are like, oh, Josh, grew on us. Like,
I can see why if you like Paul for his gameplay, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. We're not saying Paul is playing the best game out of anyone. There's a lot of people that hated Derek during the season because he ran the entire season and then he won. And it's like, oh, well, that was kind of a letdown. Everyone's waiting for someone to turn on Derek, waiting for something to go wrong, and it just all worked and he won.
Never happened. And he won in the end.
They should bring back 7-person jury. Yeah, we've been saying that for weeks.
That's why Paul lost last year.
I think 5-person is too little, but 7 is good.
If we look at it, jurors 8 and 9 didn't vote for Paul, and if they did, he would have won. Or if they weren't in the jury, he would have won.
People literally are out of the house for 2 months, and then they get to come back and vote for a winner.
How long is Cody going to be out of the house? It's over a month. It's like a month and a week or so.
When's the finale date? Do you know? Like late September, right?
I think it's it's like September 21st, give or take.
Okay, that's a Thursday, September 21st. I hope Cody gets the biggest applause when he's evicted, so Paul gets so pissed. I think he will, and I think Jessica will probably be there. It'll probably be a good little moment. I can't with his flip-flop emotions. That's the same thing. But say what you want about Paul and Cody, but at least they're damn consistent.
Yeah, that has been the story of Big Brother 19 is Paul versus Cody.
Should Paul be worried about jury votes? No.
No way, dude. Dude, that's another thing. If he's doing all these attacks against Mark and Elena, and especially Josh doing the attacks, like that's already 3 votes Josh isn't getting.
You know what worries me about Jury is that these people being Paul's minions, if he's pretty much guaranteed like final 5. So
Unless he goes tomorrow.
Right. If Paul makes it to final 5, one of 2 things happens. Paul makes final 2 and wins because everyone loves Paul. Or he gets cut soon before final 2, and then the person that cut him is not going to get any votes because people are going to be so spiteful and say, wow, you cut Paul, what a jerk. So if it comes down to a scenario where like it's like Paul, Jason, and Elena, and like Jason wins that final HOH and cuts Paul, and Jury is so pissed that he cut Paul that they vote for Elena to win.
Yeah.
I can see it happening.
Well, needless to say, guys, Thursday will be either one of our funnest episodes we do, or we will be like, you know what, I don't think there's any reason to – I'm done with feeds if Mark and Cody follow each other out the door. There's no reason.
Yeah, dude.
I'm already like kind of not watching the feeds. I'm tuning into them later at the night, like I just did. Because of all these fights.
Black says, "Do you think there's a possibility Cody won't go home?" No, there's no chance. It's gonna be unanimous.
Unless there's like a Pandora's box, and he gets a coup d'état.
Yeah, there's no way.
At this point, I don't know.
Do you think Alex and Paul final 2? It's possible.
Yeah, it definitely possible. That's why we're saying if Mark or Elena win Thursday, Alex and Paul, one of them will go home, and that will change things.
Tim says there would be boos for Alex, Paul, and Raven.
I don't think there's
you have to take into account it's a very small audience that's there, and most of them are going to be like casual fans that just, they live in LA and they're just kind of there. They want to be there. So like us, the people that talk about live feeds, the 43 people, 45 people watching right now, like it's not us that's there. So CBS has been editing it so that Raven is a sweetheart and Paul is just the best guy and Josh is hilarious. So I have no idea what kind of reaction they're going to get.
Yeah, it's not like the Big Brother Canada where it's an audience of fans.
Right.
Big Brother Canada, when you go to a vote to evict, you hear it, But I think that's it for that. Got anything else, Brady?
That there isn't a battle back. Do you think there'll be a small chance that Big Brother will change that? No. Once they say something, they don't go back on it. Yesterday's gang up made me not want to watch anymore, Sherry says. I can see that. But
it's uncomfortable.
Guys, last week, people were discouraged last week when Josh won HOH, and I said, yeah, it does suck. But at the same time, Big Brother can turn around in a week. If Mark or Elena happen to win HOH and they put up Alex and Paul, and the house is smart enough to send Paul out the door, then the whole game changes. The entire game has changed, and it will get very, very interesting. But as long as Paul's in there, people are just going to follow Paul, and it's just going to be the feeds are going to be a little boring and predictable. We're just going to expect more of the same. They're gonna bully people until they get them to crack.
Like your tweet, it's become more predictable than WWE. That was pretty good.
Gary says, I heard they won't let them boo. They can't make anyone do anything.
Yeah, no. If you pay for it, Christine was a terrible person, and the edit when they showed her doing all that stuff against her husband, and then they brought the family into it. That's why that happened, to say the least. Aaron, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, we all knew. Yeah. So, anyway, that'll do for this episode. Thank you to everyone that's been watching, and make sure you guys like and subscribe and click the bell so you know when we go live right next to the subscribe button. So hit that. We're on the road to 1,000. Give out these sweet masks. I won't even wash it until we give it away if you guys want. So
there will be sweat on the inside.
Exactly. But 10 more minutes until WWE. Never watched wrestling. Check it out. USA Network, 8 o'clock. Should be fun. SummerSlam is this Sunday. Sign up for your free network trial and then talk wrestling with us on Wednesdays.
Plug in the network.
All right. $9.99. Nah. But yeah, we will catch you guys next time.